Hi, good morning. Welcome to my channel. Today's program is about the socialism. How socialism is destroying Europe or England. Basically, it's comparison and effects on British economy, right? So first you have to understand what socialism is. These are there's pictures behind Karl Marx and Trotsky and all that, Lenin behind there. Obviously, you probably know much more about it. What socialism versus capitalism is, and how it's basically destroying Europe. Well, socialism is everything's controlled by the government, and there is a labor-based economy, and factories are owned by. There's free education, free healthcare, and basically media is controlled, and everything is nationalized, right? And there's no private equity. Against capitalism, obviously, free market. America is a good example of capitalism. Free market, healthcare, and everything you pay for it, and the taxation is low in capitalist countries. In socialist country, taxation is very high, and the most of them are police states or nanny states. But obviously, it was very harsh. And then we got communism, which is a harsh part of a branch of socialism, right? A different political system. The Chinese was communist, Cuba was communist. But later on, they evolved. Most of the countries are now relying on hybrid system. China is a hybrid economy. Right. So what are the danger of socialism? Right. Why Europe is so behind? There is stagnant growth. They came up with the solution of euro. Let's say a single market euro currency. They launched euro. Euro miserably failed against dollar. They wanted to compete against the dollar. Airbus and other companies were made against Boeing, but they never work. Europeans are socialists with the red tape, huge red tape, bureaucratic red tape, which is killing the innovative idea, the free mind and cognitive behavior. Your IQ levels, people has gone down. There's drug addiction everywhere. So what basically socialists they do? They will just a national health service, right? You pay national insurance, and a health service is free. It was free after World War II, but it's partially free now. You pay the partial fee, so you pay as compared to America, Spain, and you have to pay for the ambulance. When you call an ambulance, probably $300 there. So everything's free in England. It's a privileged life. Privileged life. People are getting spoiled, right? Their creativity and innovative ideas, they're gone. They're done. Not long time ago, we used to have this guy. This is Isaac Newton thinking about the apple going down and creating the science. There was a revolution, industrial revolution. Britain was a leader, and they was leading the revolution. The scientific, the creative mind, Nobel Prize winners, where are they? They're all gone. But it was a slow decline, right? Slow process, like. So in return, they have a nanny state, heavily policed states, right? So let's go. Why would you give health service for free? In America, it's not free. Or the capitalist country is not free. National health service. Let's say a guy doesn't want to stop smoking, right? He's smoking like a chimney. You smoke. You're health conscious, and you do your steps. You're losing weight. You're conscious. He's not, and he's ordering pizzas, takeaway, right? So that you end up having obesity, diabetes, and national health services. They will pay for everything, right? They're obviously jolly good, no worries, heart operation, everything's for free. Chop your limb, everything free, right? So we have a problem now. So you do 12 hours, and the neighbor is not doing anything. The incentives are the same. The benefits are equal to the wages, right? They're getting paid in benefits. Then you got the PIP payment as personal independent payment, right? So you get another payment. There's a city the population bigger than Manchester is claiming PIP payments. It's just this addition of whatever you're getting, right? So we have a drug pandemic, privileged life. It's my right. So this is a story that if you give something, even your brother or sister or any family member. So you give them money for first time, they say, oh, thank you very much for your help. Second time you give them, they say, sorry. Oh, wow, they will say anything. Third time they won't say, thank you. They said, all right, we are entitled to it now. That's his money, right? Go and spend, jolly good. But suddenly you stop and there was a revolt and they said, well, we were entitled for that money. So why did you stop the payment, right? So we have a problem now. We have a council state, right? So why socialism is bad for Europe? So this is what we're trying to explain here, right? It's killing the youth, creative ideas, is killing the labor market. There is a guy, he stood behind, he's in Western Europe already, in France, right? But he wanted to come to Britain. Why you want to cross the channel? And why you want to come to Britain? You're already in Western Europe, right? Well, you should be happy there. No. Why they want to come to Britain? It's a lucrative business environment, lucrative payments, welfare payments and benefits are very, very lucrative. It's a good business, right? There are loopholes and people will exploit it. Well, your wages are equal to your benefits, so people would rather go on benefits, right? So you're killing it. There's stagnant growth. There's shortage of labor market. People are refusing to work. It's a lottery set for life, right? You want to play a lottery, the odds are billions. You go on benefits, you will win. Every month there is a rollover, £3,500, free housing, everything you get for free. All you need to do is fake your mental health. Well, mental health is another. I'm not going to target those people with general disability. There's some general disability, but there's a loophole on mental health, right? I'm autistic. By the way, I've worked full time and never claim anything. But so there are people with ADHD. There are other people, right? But there's these numbers growing and growing and growing. It's alarming. It's more than the police budget. Police budget is £45 billion. Benefit budget is more than that, right? So the people are claiming a lot of benefits. How do we stop that? Well, we have the rise of far right. Nigel Farage and other people, they're coming in. Oh, people are taking our jobs. There is low birth rate and governments can't do anything competitive, you know what I mean? And they're living in hotels. All these delivery drivers are living in there's a lot of bad press about them, right? But where are we going wrong, man? Why our birth rate is low? The cost of living is so high, right? So why socialism is bad? Socialism is bad in that sense. It's creating and wiping out all the total population, right? So soon you'll be in a minority situation, and because the less babies are born here in England, right? And the labor market is human resource is not there, so they have to bring people from outside to work as a taxi driver, takeaways, or anything else, delivery drivers or anything else, right? Because local people, the native people, they don't want to work because the wages are same as benefits, so they will rather stay on benefits. The rent is too high. So if you go for a mortgage to the bank, and then we have a problem with £20,000 deposit, and if you miss 3 payments, you lose the house. Why don't? If you go to benefit system, you do not get evicted. You stay on benefit. The council are helping you, and other people are helping you, right? There's a lot of incentives. So you basically a landlord undeclared, or lottery set for life. So why it's bad? Well, it is bad because the growth is stagnant as compared to America and other countries. I'm not saying that there's some people are very fierce capitalists. They're against they hate the word socialism. Socialism, there's some fierce socialists, right? And they hate the word capitalism. They hate each other. But some of the countries, they are hybrid economies and they're doing well. So we have a problem now. So we got the reforms, right? UK reforms. We got the rise of left wing or right wing politics, Tommy Robinson and all that. We need to control all that, right? So this is why socialism is bad for us. So if you disagree with that, right, put some you can add your comments in on that, you know what I mean. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you.